classic rock bass songs, classic rock bass solos, and today's the Stranglehold bass cover, and that's what's going to get out of today's lesson. So stick around, and if you haven't yet, subscribe down below, hit that bell notification, get in a loop, and don't miss a beat. This is I Want to Play Bass, your YouTube channel for everything bass guitar covers, lessons, gear reviews, and everything. So let's dig into it. We've got Stranglehold by Ted Nugent, and it's a great song. The bass line, it's a long song though. There's a lot of guitar solos. Ted Nugent just owning the whole piece with all his guitar parts and everything going on. But the bass line is fun, and that's what we're going to get into. So initially it's in the key of C. So if you're filling it up with some of the if you're giving it some bass fills and adding a little bit to it, you want to use those in the key of C. Or you can use the pentatonic scales, which work good. Minor pentatonic always works good, and especially in classic rock. That was a go-to scale for many years and still is. So there's some ideas on how to fill this song up to keep it from being getting monotonous, if you will, through it, because it's an 8-minute long song. So there's a lot to be done in there, but you don't want to overdo it either. So be wise with your fills and where you use them. Okay, be sparingly as well. So it's like I said, it's in the key of C initially, but it starts on A. It's A minor, and it's in the key of C. So your fills are going to be everything C, no accidentals, no sharps, no flats. It's going to be every note there is. It's going to be how you want your fills. You can always throw in different notes, passing tones, and we get into all that in my music lessons. So there's a lot to know about it, but you can do, the sky's the limit. You can add notes in there. You don't have to use just the notes of the C major scale, but you've got to use them. You've got to be tasteful with them, okay? Starts off, he's doing his guitar riff, and it comes in, and just the whole band goes just G to A. Just do G to A, just a punch right there in the very beginning of the intro, after the guitar intro, and then it does it again, and then it starts the groove. He's using an effect on his bass line in there, so don't get confused with that at all. But it is an effect, but you can get it done right there. And that's just sliding from G to A, the 3rd fret of the E string to the 5th fret of the E string, and the octave, which is the 7th fret of the D string. And then there it's C to D, 3rd fret of the A string, 5th fret of the A string, C to D. Okay, so that's it right there. That's the groove for the entire 8 minutes of that song. There's a couple licks that I'm going to get into here that he does in there near the end of it, and there's a little bass solo in there which you can almost get if you just listen to the song. They've dubbed it over. There's a bass line that's still playing down below, but then if you don't know that there is a bass solo in there, then you'll miss it because it's kind of unrecognizable. It sounds like it could be a guitar part because the bass line is dubbed over. The bass line is still going on underneath that bass solo, but it is a bass solo. So just a heads up, and I'm going to let you find that, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. So, you can miss that bass solo and not even realize that, hey, that's my part. So, now you know, and here we go. So we've got the groove. The entire song is just that G octave. The entire song. That's it right there. And then at about the bass solo comes in a little early. It's it's right after the end of the second verse. He does a verse. He starts singing one verse, and he does another verse, and then it changes key actually, so you can play this bass solo in there, and it actually changes keys to the key of D and everything C sharp and F sharp are added. Those notes are added as target notes to define that chord change, that key change, and then it comes back to the key of C and the A minor, the key of C. Okay, so that bass solo comes in right after the second verse, and then it changes keys, and all it is here's how the bass solo goes. Okay, so that's the bass solo right there, and it's in the key of D, and all you're doing is going from the E to F sharp, and that's the second fret of the D string to the fourth fret of the D string, and it just does that E, F, F, E, F sharp, E, and then it does a little quick fill here, E, F sharp, and all it is to pull off E to F sharp, all it is E, F sharp, pull off to E, C sharp, B, E to F sharp, slide up to the F sharp because we're getting ready to play the B to the C here, so you can guarantee your position is right and it's not too uncomfortable or too difficult. Okay, just that lick right there, E, F sharp, E, F sharp, E, F sharp, pull off, E, C sharp, B, E, F sharp, B to C sharp. Okay, so just start that, practice that lick slow. And then from there it goes from B to C sharp, so B, C sharp, A, B, E, F sharp, E to C sharp. And like I say, take that slow. The best way to learn these and get the memory in, to get that muscle memory built in, is to take it slow. And you'll be surprised. You'll be able to, like, if you're like, I can never play that fast, you'll be surprised. You take it slow, learn it slow, and just get that muscle memory down, and you'll be surprised. You'll be able to pick it up, and you'll just surprise yourself, okay? But take it slow first. So B, C sharp, A, B, E, F sharp, E, C, okay? So that's... And now does another little lick from E, F sharp, E, and it's just E, F sharp, A, B, F sharp, E, and then the A, and this is the end of it, and then he goes right to C, and this is where he's got that pedal going on. It's got some, almost a little bit of feedback going on, whatever pedal he's using. I'm not sure, I haven't dialed it in or sat down and figured it out, but if you do know what pedal it is, leave me a comment down below, let me know what it is. I'm curious. Not that I'm going to get one. I can get through with this song without that pedal, and it sounds almost a little, I like it a little better, a little more clarity to it. But the last note is a C, and he just beats that out. He's bending it and just working that C sharp right there. So he's just working that note and beating it around, and then it goes back into the lick, back into the groove. And it just repeats this for the longest time. This is where it gets, he does a little bit of singing, and he's mostly playing a lot of guitar licks in there, and just riding that song out, riding that groove out, just working it. And then it does a little change in there near the end, 3/4 through the song. They do a little stop, and it's just, they do the G to the A, so just G and A, breaks there. And once they do that, we're getting ready to get into another. He does some more vocals, like another verse coming in there. And this is where we've got 2 fills that I'll show you. But like I said, you can add fills in there. Just use the key of C or the pentatonic, minor pentatonic scale, and you'll be fine with those notes. That classic rock uses that pentatonic scale, minor pentatonic scale a lot. Geezer Butler's notorious for it. It just works well, and it's just works well. It just sounds good, and it's not, it doesn't give it any dissonance there. It's rock and roll. It fits in well, and that's why it was used a lot. But you can use the key of C. Like I said, use the notes in the key of C, and you'll be fine. Okay. So we've got 2 more licks coming up, and we're just playing that at the end of that verse. He does a lick, and we're getting ready to end the song actually. So these licks come in right at the end of the song. Now we're doing the groove. And he does that lick there. He just does the groove, does some double stops there in that lick. Now all that is coming in after you do the first part, the C to D lick, then you slide into here, you go to the octave, then he slides up right up to the D, the 12th fret on the D string, and then he does a double stop, C and E, and slides up to the D and G, and then just does G, pull off to E to D. Okay, so that's the lick. Then it comes into that, and that part right there, you play it one time, do it one time after that lick. One more time. New licks coming up now. And all he does there, he just slides up all the way up to the E, G to A, and then there he's doing some fast picking, and then it goes to the A right there, the 12th fret on the A string, and then it just does, it cuts out there. The guitars, Ted Nugent's playing some guitar part there, and then it comes, you just end it on the G. We don't end it on the G, but you go to the G, and then you end it on the A. So that is Stranglehold by Ted Nugent, the bass line. So hopefully you got something out of that. If you've got any questions or anything, let me know. I will break it down for you again or just explain it. Hopefully you got that little bass. So that's pretty cool. When you're playing that, that's really fun. And it just, learn all these bass lines, these bass solos you can, because you'll see how you can use how they work, and you can use those to create your own bass lines and bass solos. So that is it. So if you enjoyed it, help me help you. Hit that like button, and I'll catch y'all on the flip-flop on the next video. Bye for now. And I'm Donald with the bass instructor of the How to Play Bass online course at iwannaplaybass.com. Jump over there as well, subscribe for free, become a member for free, and when you're ready to get well on your way to reaching your bass playing goals, sign up.